Evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Tuesday, October 13th. Sort of a choppy market session today. Volume was kind of on the low side. There wasn't a whole lot of momentum, but yet again, buysellshort.com plays were on fire as usual. But let's jump into the indice charts right here. We're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. We're still stuck in this bearish rising wedge on the 15-minute time frame. We keep slowly stair-stepping higher. Key is going to be, of course, Intel's earnings after hours are still not out yet, and that'll definitely determine where the market goes tomorrow. Would sort of expect Intel to guide higher for the current quarter. We do have the Windows 7 relief, which, as I said, should be very, very bullish for PC sales, and that in turn should be bullish for Intel. If we flip over to the daily chart, you can see we've got this sort of double top action coming into play here, so we really need to see the market bust out to the upside tomorrow. So it's all going to be on what Intel says. We did have that positive MACD cross on the market yesterday, and we've got a strong ADX here, so like a broken record, it's all going to depend on what guidance Intel gives us here in after hours. US dollar down again today, which powered oil higher and gold, but we're getting down here to really major support on the dollar, and stochastics getting pretty close to a bottom here. So a lot of things lining up here. It's going to be interesting to see how things break. And as I mentioned in that alert this morning, we've sort of gone into a cautionary stance on the market. We're reducing our position sizes on new buys and looking to book faster gains on moves, giving more conservative targets. That, of course, can change on a dime. We're just being a little cautious till the market changes. We've not been seeing a whole lot of follow through on plays. We see stocks pop on very big volume, and then the next day there's just no follow through. The volume disappears and the stocks sort of languish. That did kind of change in the last hour of the session today. We saw a lot of volume and some nice momentum in small cap stocks. So let's see if that follows through tomorrow. Anyway, stock plays. PTN, very nice setup on this stock. Volume has dropped off nicely. It's been consolidating in the 34 to 36 cent level over the last week and looks ready for a breakout. RSI is breaking up. We've continued to have a very, very strong ADX, and that has been our key to remain in plays and add to them when we continue to see ADX remain strong. And then stochastics, we're bouncing off a trend line. Also, as I mentioned in the trading alert, after this stock consolidates for a week or so, it goes on a spike, and it usually spikes to a newer high. That's why we're looking for a move at least to the 45-cent area, hopefully over the next couple of days. GNBT did have a nice spike over the last couple of days, but as I said in the trading alert today, we're going to get a positive MACD cross on GNBT tomorrow. And the last three crosses that we've seen on GNBT, last three positive MACD crosses we've seen, on average 50% plus gain over the next couple of trading sessions. Now, GNBT has popped over the last couple of sessions, and that is the only reason why we're not loading the boat on this technical play. It's a small play, but I believe it's going to see some nice follow through, and if so, we're looking for another spike to the 90-cent area on GNBT. And actually looking like we're going to have a positive move in the market. Intel earnings are out. SMH is up massive in after hours. We just saw a nice big spike. Intel looks to have beaten, at least on its EPS. And lo and behold, as I mentioned, looks like Intel is upping guidance as well. This is why we've seen the SMH move. This is why tech's our leadership right now. Windows 7, don't underestimate the power of this new upgrade in software over the next couple of quarters, and that's going to be very, very good for the market. But back to stock plays. We saw the radio stocks explode late in the trading session. We jumped into some SBSA and RGCI. SBSA, actually a very nice breakout on this one, broke through its previous double top at 61 cents in the last few minutes of the session. And this and RGCI are the last two radio stocks trading under $1, and any sort of volume into either one of these plays, and we could be looking at the next two $1 stocks here. Let's look at what drove these today. EMMS up 30% in the last hour of the trading session today. A nice big move, and This should have traders moving into the other plays like SBSA and RGCI over the next couple of days. Would be very surprised if we don't see both SBSA and let's pull this one up, RGCI spike tomorrow. ZHNE, we got a nice spike on this one over the last couple of days. We had some sellers move into the market today, but again, that was on lower volume and more of what I was saying, where we're not seeing a whole lot of follow through. Still love the stock. We've got earnings next week, and some of its peers, like ACLS, is now a 400% mover since our last entry, and up 800% from our initial buy call at 21 cents there a few months ago. So ZHNE, it's only a matter of time before this is a $1 stock, and earnings report next week should set this one free. ASUR, another one of our favorite plays. Nice big spike on this one today. Got as high as 44 cents. Again, we've been continuing to add dips to the 20-day exponential and waiting for the pops to spike or pops to sell. And, we got another one of those today. No problem taking at least partial gains on these spikes. We can always add whenever there's dips back to the 20-day exponential. BNX, of course, got a nice spike today. These last few quality small cap plays are going to run one by one, in my opinion, over the next several weeks. So it's just a matter of buying them on dips, waiting for the overall market to find them, and then selling these big spikes. And BNX, UDW, ASUR, all quality plays down here, in my opinion. VTRO, very nice. This is another stock that's hugging its 20-day exponential, has been holding this 45-cent area very, very well over the last few days, and the way it's been acting, it's looking like it wants to go on another one of its little romps to the 60-cent area, so keep a very close eye on this one over the next couple of days. mRNA was a huge winner for us yesterday, spiked as high as $1.83 on news, came all the way back down. Again, this is another example of, stocks not holding momentum. We jumped into a scalp position yesterday. No worries, we're down a little bit on it, but look at what we've booked on this stock many times over the last several weeks. It's just a matter of waiting for this one to spike back again, and spike back it will. Last but not least, we've got CMZ. This is our oil play. Saw a little bit of downside today, but nothing to be worried. The stock sort of bounces around, and a close over the 20-day exponential. So we'd be looking for a close over $1.16 to set this one free, and that's probably going to coincide with a positive MACD cross, which is what we've seen the last couple of times this one has spiked. And stochastics, ADX all look pretty good here. So with our stop sitting at $1.10 now, risk reward here is pretty low in my opinion. Quick mention, of course, on HEP. This was, further reason why you should be in the chat room if you can. HEPH was a chat room play down here at 55 to 57 cents. Our target was 65 cents. Hit 68 cents on the close. I mean, you can't argue with a 20% gain in a few hours on what is a very nice chart setup. So, for you guys trying to contemplate coming into the chat room, this is an example of why. So that's pretty much it for the video tonight. Based on the Intel earnings after hours and the action in the SMH, should be a nice day in the market tomorrow, and this little malaise we've been seeing should go away pretty fast. So that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.